Hi everyone, my name is John Fragos, and today I'll be presenting to you my management interview project. The manager I chose to interview for this project, his name is Matt Kimler. He's based out of Wilmington, North Carolina, and he's the plant operations manager for Novant Health. He's been in the electrical trade since 1998, and in that tenure, he has worked on offshore oil rigs, government facilities, residential spaces, and most recently in the healthcare industry. He's managed teams of 30 or more people, and he's also told me that he's worked for himself and he's done management styles of everything in between. Now about Novant Health. Novant Health is based out of North Carolina, most predominantly Charlotte, and also operates in South Carolina as well. They have a very complex organizational hierarchy with a CEO on top, and he's got a board of trustees, and at the more local level, they have presidents, vice presidents, managers, supervisors, team leads, as well as shift leads, and many other positions in between. Novant's Health number one priority is on patient safety, and we'll discuss more on that in the future slides. The organizational culture and environment of Novant. I spoke with Matt and I asked him if he could please describe the organization's culture, and he told me that Novant Health prioritizes having an open culture by offering employees many avenues to express concerns about their workplace and ideas for improvement. As somebody who used to work for Novant Health personally, I can confirm what Matt says, and they are very proactive in getting employee feedback constantly for any kind of additions to the healthcare facilities, to the processes in between that happen on a daily basis, and anything that you can come up with as an employee, they will listen to you. They very also much focus on collaboration between departments. The facilities maintenance team works with many other teams like the nursing staff, the operating room teams, and the emergency department teams, just to name a couple, to make sure that the operations don't interfere with patient safety and patient care. Ethics and responsibilities. Asked Matt if he could please describe how the organization demonstrates ethics and responsibilities. And he told me that there are different programs for peer-to-peer recognition and training opportunities to improve their overall skills. An example of this is that any employee can recommend another employee for what they call a STAR award, and that essentially is a way for each employee to recognize the hard work that other employees have done. This does two things. It promotes a better communication between employees and hardworking employees, and it also gives employees something to look forward to and something to strive for. There are many workplace training opportunities as well. If you find yourself lacking in a certain skill that would help you do better at your job, Novant will pay for you to take classes to improve yourself, and I can attest to this. I've been to Charlotte multiple times for classes, and Novant will take care of you and train you. Planning and decision making. Matt, when I asked him about how he makes his decisions, he told me that he tries to be a proactive manager and to be less reactive. He likes to make his decisions by having patient safety at the forefront, and he tries to avoid interruption of medical staff and their procedures. He currently has a project going on where he's replacing a roof, and you can see in the picture that I've included a picture of myself when I still worked with Novant Health, and Matt, my manager at the time, inspecting the roof for the leaks that we were occurring. Now they are actively working on this, and this is Matt in action, going through the roof leaks. Employee motivation. I will tell you that Matt is one to lead by example. This is him working in a high calorie 480 volt panel with his full FR gear set up on, and it is something that he takes very seriously. If he wouldn't do it, and he doesn't have the confidence to delegate his employees to do, then he's not going to go through with it. I asked him how does he personally like to motivate his employees, and his response was he believes that employees seem to be more motivated when they can keep separation between their work lives and their home lives. When they don't need to take their work concerns home with them, employees seem to be more motivated. In the interview, I asked Matt how does he manage his teams, and he told me that proper training and group communication are keys to effective performance. And Matt told me examples of this is that he will speak with every employee that he has almost daily to do a catch up with them and see what projects they have going on. And he does whole team meetings at least once a week where he brings everybody in and will give them any kind of updates that are going on in the overall Novant Health scheme of operations, and he addresses larger team concerns every week. He told me he likes to delegate his responsibilities that he can't control to employees that have been properly trained, and that's what he said his key to success are. The current challenges that he's going through right now is Novant Health is actively opening up a new hospital in the Scotts Hill area. It's a very heavy workload on top of his current workload to try to open a new hospital, as well as manage his teams and any other kind of 24/7 emergencies that he may have. Right here I have a picture posted of what the Scotts Hill North Corridor Emergency Department is going to look like. This is an artist rendition. And when speaking with Matt about the current challenges, he told me that the biggest one that he's facing right now is with the balance, his work-life balance of being a father and a husband to his family at home and dealing with everything going on at the hospital. He does get calls in the middle of the night for the 24/7 emergencies, and having a confident team that's been properly trained to take care of these emergencies is critical for him being successful as a manager. For the custom questions, I asked Matt 3. I asked him how does he manage a healthy work-life balance. I asked him what is the next steps in his career, and I asked him, knowing what he does now, what would he have done differently? And I'll give Matt credit, he really answered 2 questions in one, with the managing a healthy work-life balance and the next step in his career. I'll go through the second one first. He told me that the next step in his career is to hopefully be a regional director. He told me before he takes on any kind of raise in position, he needs to improve his work-life balance skills. He emphasized again in the interview that the 24/7 nature of a healthcare facility really eats away at his family time, and before he moves into any other kind of position, he wants to improve his skills in managing his time in and out of work. And when I spoke with him about knowing what he does now, what would he have done differently, he told me that the electrical industry has been a roller coaster for him. He's told me that it's given him many different career opportunities, and he would have never imagined himself 10 years ago being in the position that he's in today. He's very grateful for the opportunities that he's had, and he tells me that he wouldn't do anything differently if given the option. Lessons I learned. Communication is essential. When I was speaking with Matt in the interview, he also had people coming into his office and coming up with emergencies and different opportunities, he calls them. He told me in the interview that there's no such thing as a problem, just only opportunities, good or bad. He told me delegation is a critical tool for his success, and being able to delegate the right team member to the right job is really what gets him through day-to-day operations. Being proactive is also a key topic for him. Matt likes to go through with different team members and do different walks in the healthcare facilities and identify problems that could occur in the future that could affect patient care and get them addressed before they become an issue. He told me that leadership revolves around supporting employees, and I can personally attest that I believe Matt believes in this. He will go through everything that he can with his employees to try to boost team morale. He goes through with open honesty, and if you have any questions for Matt, he's been very happy and eager to answer them. In conclusion, management requires a very strong leadership. It takes a strong leader to delegate your team and to have your team be confident in you. Communication and planning are very critical, especially in the healthcare industry. Healthcare operations are very high pressure with the 24/7 nature of the industry. Again, you never know what's going to happen. And he told me he goes through a lot of late night calls with his employees regardless of training. And the most final point is that real world management styles do reflect classroom concepts. What we have gone through in the class kept coming up in our interview time and time again, and I kept seeing a constant theme of, hey, we just learned about that in class. That's everything I have for this project. Thank you.